Yeah.
We start... There's a reason we have Detroit-type stuff on. It is a dark, sweltering night in Motor City. The smell of car exhaust hangs heavy in the streets. In the glow of the streetlights, some young men play basketball on a dilapidated lot. The backboard is broken, just like me, and the hoop is made of chain, unlike me. Chain-link fence surrounds... I wrote chain a lot. The broken-down basketball court. The sounds of gunshots and police sirens ring out in the night. But the basketball game goes on. Because you gotta have hoop dreams. High above it all, in a large, luxurious office stands a lone man. He is tall, muscular, and wears a purple pinstripe suit. I was not gonna wear that. He takes a long, slow drag off of his cigar as he looks out the window over Motor City's skyline. Tap, tap, tap. The sounds of high heels on marble resonate throughout the office as his secretary walks into the room. Don't make fun of my shitty female voices. You can, I guess, if you want. Mr. K, Alonzo Malfonzo's here to see you. Thank you, Natalie. Send him in. Yes, Mr. K. A short man wearing a pink suit with green spirals on it enters the room. He is bald with a brown goatee. His eyes are different colors. One is brown and one is blue. You wish to hire me? Says the short man. There's an awkward pause as Mr. K says nothing, but continues to look out the window. I hear you read minds, is that true? Oh, yes, for many. How many minds can you read at one time? At one time? Could you, say, for example, read the minds of an entire city? A look of sadness passes over the small man's face. No. That's a shame. I guess I'll have no need for you after all, Alonzo. It's not Alonzo anymore. I am the mind reader. Mr. K continues to look out of the window, unfazed by the small man's outburst. I can't read minds of a whole city at once, but I can build a machine that will. Excellent. Then we have an arrangement. How much are you going to pay me? Well, mind reader, don't worry about it. Money is not an issue. Just bill me when you're finished. Thank you. I won't let you down, Mr. K, exclaims the small man as he hurries out the door. Mr. K continues to stare out of the window and takes another long, slow drag off of his cigar. As he does, an ever so slight smile creeps onto the sides of his face. The scene fades out, then fades in several days later on an overcast autumn's day. I was going to pantomime him sucking on a cigar, but I didn't want Lauren to see me just, doing oral shit. In the midst of the skyscrapers of Motor City stands a 10-story tall white building. On its roof is a helicopter pad with a giant red H painted on it. Tucker Memorial Hospital, the largest hospital in Motor City. People come from far and wide to be treated in their advanced medical facilities. The camera quickly zooms from the wide exterior shot of the hospital down 10 stories and through the glass sliding front doors of the lobby. The place smells like a hospital. The floor is shiny and clean. The place is full of people busily walking around. A young man sits at the front desk talking to a woman. A young woman, that is. He points to a nearby elevator. The young woman is wearing blue jeans with a black belt that has a silver buckle that is shaped like the letter Z. She also has on a t-shirt with a cute kitten on it and is wearing black boots. She nods silently to the young man, then walks over to the elevator, entering it. She presses the elevator button for the 8th floor. Ding! Fries are done. Ding! The doors begin to close. Just before the doors close completely, an arm is quickly shoved into the elevator opening. The elevator doors open back up, revealing a doctor and 4 nurses. The doctor and nurses enter the elevator. The doctor is wearing blue scrubs and a white lab coat. The young woman sneakily peeks over and takes a quick look at him. She notices that one of his eyes is blue and one of his eyes is brown. The doctor looks at the elevator buttons, sees that the button for the 8th floor is already lit up and does nothing. Ding! The fries are done again. The doors of the elevator close. The elevator shakes ever so slightly as it silently rises all the way to the 8th floor. Ding! The elevator doors open. The doctor and nurses hurriedly exit the elevator, turn left, and disappear down the hallway. The young woman awkwardly exits the elevator, confusedly looking around until she sees a sign on the wall. She follows the arrows on the sign to the right, down the hallway, until she gets to the office of Dr. Harold Nelson. Flash forward 20 minutes. The young woman is sitting in Dr. Nelson's personal office. It is richly decorated with paintings of sailboats. Dr. Nelson is an older man with silver hair. He wears a white lab coat and sits at a mahogany desk, staring at an MRI scan results on an old Windows XP computer. The woman sits there silently, awkwardly. The doctor turns to the lady and says, "All right." Oh, wait, let's make an older voice. "All right, Miss Zephyr Elwood, I've got your MRI scans here, and you've been saying you've been having head pains?"
Yeah, kind of.
"And how long has this been troubling you?"
I don't really know.
"I was going to ask if you've had memory loss, but that seems like perhaps a yes."
Yes.
He leans into the old computer monitor. It's one of those 4x3 CRTs. Looks at it some more. "I've looked at your MRI here, and I don't see anything wrong with it. Have you tried taking aspirin?"
No, not really.
"Maybe you should try that."
I don't think that's going to help with my memory loss.
"Maybe you need to sleep more. Have you tried sleeping more?"
Yes. That hasn't helped.
"You've tried sleeping more than the more."
I've tried sleeping and it hasn't helped my memory. And
"Are you staying hydrated?"
Yes.
"Well, I've looked at this MRI, and from what I can see, there's nothing wrong with you at all."
Well, maybe you need to check it again, because I don't have my memories. What kind of doctor are you?
At that, he kind of sits up a little straight and he's like, "I'll have you know, I'm the best head doctor." That's exactly what they call it, too. In the entire Tucker Hospital, the best hospital in Motor City.
You don't sound very professional.
I'm not used to having people question me.
Well, can you look again? Because I don't know what's going on.
Fine. So he looks through the files again, and for a moment he seems to get stuck. You can kind of see from the side that he's got like a little kitten screensaver that comes up in the corner and starts dancing around. He quickly shoos that off by moving the mouse. He looks at you. He looks at Zephyr straight in the eye and says, "There's nothing wrong with you. I've looked at this repeatedly. Perhaps you need to see a psychiatrist?"
How does memory loss and psychiatrist fit into the same equation?
I'm a neurologist, and I knew it the whole time.
Like, I don't know who I am, really, and I have...
You're Miss Zephyr Elwood. I can see it right here on the sheet.
Yeah, I know my name, but I don't know what happened the last week and a half. There's just gaps missing.
Perhaps it's been too much stress. You should rest more.
Alright, can I see another doctor, please?
That would be up to your insurance. You could always get a second opinion if you want to.
I don't really have insurance.
Oh, that's all the time I have for today.
What am I going to do?
Take some aspirin and get some rest.
This is absolute bullshit.
The old doctor kind of looks down his glasses at her. "You need to rest more." Do you want to tell the audience, like, some of what Zephyr would be thinking about that's happened, or do you want to wait on that?
I'm just like, Zephyr is very confused and stuff. As I said, like, she's got like memory loss, blanks, and lots of things missing and stuff. And she's just kind of quite dazed at the moment. So, like, she thought the doctors would have some kind of, I don't know, reason for why she's having like these blackouts, why she's suddenly like, I don't remember certain things. Like, there's literally probably 3 days missing that she doesn't even remember. She has like in and outs and stuff in remembering memories. So she's very confused right now, and like they're not giving her any answers, clearly. They're just like, well, take the drugs, that'll do you real good. So she's a bit pissed off, obviously, like anyone will be.
Yeah, the other thing they do in America is suggest you take OxyContin for everything.
Yeah. No.
At that, the doctor gets up as if to say goodbye to you. He's just like, maybe try yoga to help with the stress. My grandniece does that.
How are you even a doctor?
I went to prestigious Font State University for 8 years, I'll have you know, to get a master's of neurology.
Okay, so whenever someone comes in and they're like, hi, I've lost my memories, you're like, oh, take some drugs. That'll do. I'm sorry, but you don't even seem like a professional. You're not even wearing professional clothes.
Well, he is wearing a lab coat and scrubs, and, like, he looks the part of a doctor, even if Zephyr's not happy with what he's had to say.
It looks like you got those off Amazon.
At that point, he's kind of annoyed, and he's like, nurse! And then he walks out of the room. A kind of elderly nurse comes in and just kind of, like, reaches out gently to Zephyr's hand as to help her stand up.
Thank you.
Shut up, Foxy. No more nurses in the chat. So the nurse and Zephyr walk out of Dr. Nelson's personal office and into the waiting room. As they're about to head to the main hallway, the old nurse stops Zephyr for a moment. I'm sorry to bug you, old lady. Young lady, I'm sorry. These meds, they get to my head. But I overheard some of your visit.
I just don't know what's going on. Like, can I see a professional? I don't really have insurance, but I just want to know what's happened.
She pauses you a second and looks around. Don't listen to that old windbag. Some doctors don't know anything. The old woman reaches into her back pocket and pulls out a business card, then holds it out to Zephyr. Take that. He might be able to help.
What's this?
She places it into your hand. Then the old woman looks cautiously around side to side again to make sure no one is listening, then leans in close and whispers into Zephyr's ear so only she can hear it. You're not the only one. I can't say more. You hear a door open behind you, and you see old Dr. Nelson standing there. The old nurse quickly walks off as though busy. She whispers, good luck. Zephyr walks out of the waiting room and into the hallway. As she does, thoughtfully, silently, she looks down at the business card. It reads, Professor Linus Elsing, Faculty Building Number 3, Font State University. She's not going to fight the business card. And Lauren came up with the name Zephyr. Like, that's her character creation, so. Oh, someone in the chat said they really liked your name.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Before the next part happens, okay, Zephyr, if you want to look at the chat now, you can. Though you should, wait till after the next scene. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So right now, Zephyr has just left the doctor's office, is standing in the hallway looking at the business card. What's she thinking or feeling?
I don't even have a phone. Like, what do I do? Okay, I'm like trying to look at my pockets. Do I have any money?
Boom! The quiet of the hospital hallway is shattered by a loud explosion. The whole hospital shakes for a moment. At the far distant end of the hallway, the doors of a room shoot off, sending a wave of wooden slivers everywhere. Screams of terror can be heard from that direction.
What the fuck?
What's Zephyr gonna do?
Like, she's like kind of like trying to like Barrett, like, you know, crouch down, and because there's like shatters everywhere. So she's like trying to look around a bit, like, was there an exit or something? Because she's starting to panic and stuff. Like,
from like down the hallway where it came, though, she can hear people screaming.
So I don't know. For 1 second, she's like, and she wants to escape, but then she's like, and then she has this need to kind of just go towards it instead of go away from it for a second.
Zephyr runs down the hospital hallway, turning sharply into the MRI room. The room looks like a bomb went off of it in it. The far wall has been blown off of the side of the building, its rubble having plummeted 8 stories to the ground. Exposed wires lay around the room, sparking and arcing. Shredded bits of false ceiling lay everywhere. I don't know what the hospitals are like there, but here, like, lots of hospitals will have false ceilings.
Oh, you can just pop up?
Yep, like that. Yeah, just imagine that they've been shredded everywhere.
And, like, is that the ones where it shows all the wires and stuff and, like, the foundations kind of thing?
But yeah, you probably wouldn't see the foundations, but you can see support beams and stuff.
Yeah.
There's several terrified nurses huddled in one corner of the room. Zephyr looks at the MRI machine that dominates the room. It's the same machine in which she had an MRI in a few days before. Steel cables run along the floor and out the giant hole in the wall. Several nurses begin attaching steel cables to the MRI machine. Zephyr instantly recognizes them as the nurses that rode up in the elevator with her.
What's going on?
Beyond them, between the MRI machine and the hole in the wall, stand two men. One of them is the doctor who was also in the elevator. His lab coat is now turned inside out, revealing a lining that is pink with green spirals all over it. The man begins to shout loudly, "See, it was worth it! This coat looks great! I know what you're thinking, Ernie. I look great, and you're not alone!" The man he's talking to, apparently named Ernie, points over at Zephyr. "She thinks I look great, too! I know it all! Your minds are an open book to me! The mind reader! And no, Ernie, I don't want tuna!" Ernie gets a confused look on his face. At the same moment, mind reader pauses for a moment, noticing Zephyr's shirt. The kitten shirt. Nice shirt!
Who are you? What is going on?
Mind reader quickly turns back to the MRI machine and gives a thumbs up sign. The sounds of a helicopter fill the room. Through the gaping hole in the hospital wall, you see a CH-47 Chinook helicopter rise into view. Ernie makes a running jump onto the side of the helicopter and almost slides off, but is grabbed by two henchmen who quickly pull him in. Mind reader steps onto the MRI machine and grabs it tightly. "Good day, y'all! Wait, that's not what I wanted! Ah!" The Chinook helicopter banks right and lifts up into the sky, pulling taut the steel cables that are attached to the MRI machine. With one swift movement, the MRI machine, mind reader and all, are pulled out of the hospital and drop. For a moment, the helicopter begins to lose altitude and struggle before regaining control and disappearing high into the sky. You can see, though, that the four nurses that had come up in the elevator with that doctor are still in the room.
Can someone tell me what's going on, please? Anyone?
One of them turns to Zephyr and be like, "Should be quiet, young lady, and leave."
No, I want some answers because I don't know what's going on. There is a helicopter up there. There is a ceiling that's fallen off. There is a machine, an MRI that's just...
The man goes to roll up his sleeves, but he's wearing scrubs, so there are no sleeves to roll up. And the four of them start walking menacingly towards...
You know what? Actually, on
Zephyr.
second thoughts, I'm gonna go. Second thoughts.
Roll initiative.
Which one is
D20, and then add your dexterity bonus.
that? I don't know. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
I got a 10.
That is the exact same number as the nurses, so you can go first.
Yes. What do I do?
That is up to you. You can look at the chat now, too, if you want to.
I just need to look at these first.
Okay.
I don't know what to do. I'll punch them in their faces. No. No, maybe not. Okay.
You can do whatever you want. They are menacingly walking towards Zephyr.
I do, so they're like, like a zombie.
What is that? They're not in an art student's video. I'm aggressive. I remember years ago, old man story, a friend of mine who's into theater, really nice lady. They were doing a play, and they had this guy who was supposed to be this military general who was the horrible dude. Hi, Dragon Dance. But every time he'd come into a room, he'd be like, "We need to kill all these guys." And I could not stop laughing because just the way he'd swing that baton with this, like, most wild wrist movement. I forgot the word neurologist, Foxy. So the henchmen are walking up on Zephyr. She gets to go first.
Can I double check what my initiative was again, please?
You rolled 10 for initiative.
Yep. Which stat would that be?
You already rolled initiative. We've already done initiative. You get to go first.
Okay, that's fine. Right, can I actually, before I do anything, can I look around the room to see if there's any equipment I can, like, throw across at them?
What are you looking for?
a tray, medical tray thing,
Look on
like
that
you know
roll. Make a luck roll.
no. Oh no. Oh, do I have to do luck? Okay, fine. That's D20 again, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, 13
And
plus the luck, right?
yep. But yours is a negative.
It's 6 negative 2.
Okay. So you see a tray there that they would use to like roll around and have, I don't know, drugs on it or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Pipes? When you were a nurse, Foxy, did you roll pipes around? Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt the action.
I'm just rolling the pipes. I can't go home yet. I've got pipes to roll, you see. Okay. I see this and I try to throw it at them, like to like knock them down.
Okay, so you grabbing it physically or are you trying to use your psychic powers to move it?
I don't even know I have psychic powers.
Oh, okay. Then grab it and make an attack roll, I guess. Yeah, make an attack roll.
Okay. So, let me explain this if I do get this right.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk about that. Okay, attack roll, we're going to use... Oh, okay, so should we use the fist one for the attack roll?
No, because you're going to roll this card at one of them.
The only attack rolls I have is fist and psychic blast. So...
Use your... what's your strength bonus?
0.
Okay, roll with that.
Roll with that?
Yep.
My fist?
No. You're rolling the cart. That's what you said you wanted to do. So just roll a d20.
Okay. 18!
Okay. Zephyr rolls the cart straight at a nurse who grabs it. Go ahead.
I'm about to roll it because I'm very over panicked and stuff. I go to roll it with my hands, but then it does it on its own.
So it's going to be a psychic movement?
Yeah, but I don't realize. I'm
okay.
Oh, and then I'm like, what the?
The way in this game superpowers work is when you activate a superpower, it takes a hit point. So take 1 hit point off. So Zephyr, in her fear, her hands start to glow. What's your color? Purple? Blue?
Yeah.
Purple. And as she goes to push the cart, she ends up getting pushed with psychic power way more powerful than she expects. The cart hits the henchman. It goes out the window and sends him careening to his death 8 stories below.
God.
His last words are, "Oh!"
That's horrible. I didn't mean to do that.
That's what makes it interesting. The other 3 henchmen are like, what? And they're going to all attack Zephyr. What is her AC?
12.
Okay, so miss. They're not very good henchmen.
Are they slipping over each other on the floor and stuff?
Maybe they're tripping on all the pipes that are laying in the room, the debris. That would make it Zephyr's turn again.
What the? Wait, I'm really confused here, and I'm looking around the room. Do I see anything else I could use?
All right, make another luck roll.
Okay. 8.
No, you don't see anything. You see a bunch of papers. You see some pills on the ground. You figure it's not worth trying to figure out what all the pills are.
Can I just grab the pills and throw at their faces?
It's not going to do any real damage.
It's my eyes. Is there any liquid in the room?
I tell you what, you can throw something at one of their eyes, and then we will make a luck roll to see if it's good or bad. First of all, you've got to hit, okay?
Okay.
So, use your perception, because this will be ranged, because you're throwing it. So whatever your perception modifier is, it's 2 or 3, I think. I don't remember.
It's +1, actually.
Okay.
Okay, I got an 18, though.
All right, so now we're gonna make a luck roll to find out. You throw the pills, it hits the guy in the eyes. Let's see if he just knocks it off or not. So make a luck roll.
I should have done acid, shouldn't I?
Because what? There's a. This isn't a cartoon. Oh, look, there's a vat of acid right there.
No, it's a medical place. You don't know what they have.
There's my Acme acid.
Yeah, they might. It's an
I'm
MRI
pretty sure.
room.
Ask Foxy. She's a nurse. They probably don't put acid in patients' rooms.
Foxy, you know when you like wash down things and you sanitize them and you have like this spray?
Yeah, but you don't put that in
painful.
patients' room.
You got to wash down the MRI every time. You got to spray it down.
All right, make the roll for luck to see what happens.
Make the roll. It's 20 again. It's a roll 20 again, isn't it?
Yep, and then whatever your modifier is for luck. What'd you roll?
7. So do I add the 6 and the -2, right?
Why would you add 6?
Because my luck is 6.
No, you use the modifier. You use the modifier. They just kind of bounce off his eyes. He's like, what? And so the 3 of them attack you again. What did you say, 12 or 13 was your AC?
12.
2 of them hit for a combined total of 4 damage points. Like, punch her like in the gut. Ugh.
Okay. My hands start shaking because I'm getting like really, obviously I've taken the hits and stuff. I've fallen back. I'm like really having like a panic attack going on. And like I start looking up at the pieces of ceiling that have fallen down and stuff. And then I try to focus on them. And I'm like, I want to like basically, I just really want them to hit these people.
That stuff is made out of super light material.
I still want to smack them, isn't it? If I hit it really fast, it's going to hit them in the face.
Yeah, but it's super light.
So just going to go, whoa, it's just like paper.
It's kind of, I mean, if you want to do that and try a luck roll to see if it goes your way again, I'm totally willing to do that.
I don't know if there's anything else in the room I can throw at them. Is there anything else that would be...
I'll make a luck roll.
Okay.
What are you looking for? What are you looking for, though, specifically?
Something, I don't know, something short, maybe a pipe, actually. Is there any pipe?
Are you looking for disinfectant?
Yeah.
Okay, disinfectant.
Yes.
Use perception on your roll.
19.
All right, she grabs the disinfectant bottle, rips off the top, throws it in one of the guy's face. And he's like, ah! And he slips backward. And remember that there's all these wires that are exposed? He lands on a wire and he gets fried to death. And you can see his eyes pop out. He's like, and the skin starts on fire.
Oh, God.
And the nurses and doctors in the corner scream even more.
Oh, that is not what I wanted.
And the 2 henchmen are freaked out and they just start running down the hallway away.
God, it stinks as well. It's like human. No. God.
Hey, Slayer.
What have I done? Oh. I'm just gonna, like, back out the room. Why are you laughing?
Just the image of all that. The wall explodes. Some guy steal an MRI machine with a helicopter. You threw one to your death off the side, or Zephyr did, and then one you fried to death, and then the others ran away, and then you're just like Homer going back into that hedge.
Slowly, yeah, back into the hedge, or like Aaron Rodgers. Hides in the bush.
And then I assume once you're out of sight, then you take off running towards the elevator and get the hell out of the hospital.
Fire exit. Elevator's too light. There's going to be cameras and stuff. So I'm like, I need to not be seen and stuff. I try to go for the exit fire doors.
All right. Yeah. Okay. You run down the hallway. You hit the fire doors. You open it up and you hear the alarm go off.
Oh, not today.
That's a fire door. And you escape down the fire escape. And then you run down a side street and you get away from the hospital.
Bye-bye. Yeah, she's very traumatized. She did not mean to fry people and throw them off buildings. She's not a murderer, just so you know.
It seemed like she might have murdered one person.
Seems like they fell to their death by accident.
All right, so what's she going to do next?
She's just gonna she's gonna go for her pockets, and cause at the moment she's having if she has too much stress, it feels like it is really overwhelming for her. So she starts having flashbacks, but she doesn't know what they are. They're really they're coming at her, flashing at her, the flashbacks. and she's trying to work out stuff. She like falls on the floor and stuff. She's trying to go for her pockets, and then she finds like a key in her pocket, and then she remembers like she needs to get home. Like she just needs to go home, needs to get away from this and stuff.
Okay, lead us there.
Let's go.
How does she get home?
Running, going through puddles. She falls and slips on one of those puddles because she's not the best. So she's got like mess over her. She's running down some of these dirty, dark alleys and stuff, tripping over like trash bags and stuff, falling over. Like, she tries to get to the door. Finally gets the door. It's kind of the place she's at is kind of like rusticy, kind of a rustic feel. The door's kind of like half open. It looks like a crack house a little bit, but a bit nicer. Puts the key in, but the door kind of just opens on its own. She's like, whatever. Opens the door, just slams it behind her. Runs up the stairs. She hears some like movement downstairs. She didn't pay attention to it because she's like, I just need to go to my room because stuff's happening that I don't understand, and I've just killed some people, and I don't know what to do.
Then I assume she just like goes and crashes, right? In her bed?
Yeah.
When she's recovered herself, what's she gonna do after that?
She's gonna wake up and then she's gonna think it was a dream, but it's not a dream. It's actually happened because she looks on her hands and she's got some like, I don't know, this really weird thing she's starting to notice on her arms. She's like, what is this? It looks like this tree etching kind of like scar that seems to like run all the way up both of her arms. And she's just like so confused. And then like there's a knock on her door.
Who's at the door?
Who's at the door?
That's what I'm asking. I don't know. It's her house.
You tell me, who's at the door?
Does she have roommates?
Yeah, she has roommates. She has 3 of them. She doesn't really know them that well. She's in one of those house shares.
I guess her roommate Susan knocks on the door. Is like, Zephyr, are you okay?
I just don't want to talk right now. I've got a lot of on and stuff.
Okay. I think you dropped this when you're coming in, though. And she slides a card under the door, and then she walks away. It was the card that the old nurse gave you at the hospital.
I just see it, and I look at it, and it's got some bloodstains on it. And it looks kind of dirty and like kind of crumpled. It doesn't look fresh anymore.
Business card's not up to your standards. I see how it is.
Because of what's gone on.
No,
like,
I follow you.
Yeah, right. It's just going through puddles of it. Okay. She looks at it and she tries to like read the last number, but she can't. She can't read the last number on the business card, and she's like really struggling here. Can I do a roll for trying to get the last number with my?
Yeah, perception. Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
This house, every house has an MRI blaster. You just wait. The mind reader dude will show up.
I got
MRIs here too.
I got 10.
Did you add
your
bonus to it?
No.
What's your bonus?
Do I add my base to it as well?
No, only the modifier.
What? I'm just saying. 11.
Okay. Even though she's still kind of shaken up about it all, she can still read it. Professor Linus Elsing, Faculty Building Number 3, Font State University.
Is there a number?
Yeah, Faculty Building Number 3.
No, like a ring, hello?
Nope, there's no phone number.
That's what I was trying to look for. It's not there. How am I going to find this place?
Well, it won't be that hard. Flash forward to Font State University, the Motor City's largest mediocre school of higher learning. Students crisscross the campus on their way to classes. The campus is populated with large stone buildings. Zephyr walks up to a sign. Not a Stein. It's a German campus. Walks up to a sign and cross-references it with the torn business card that the old nurse gave her. She then turned and walks towards one of the smaller brick buildings. Interior, Faculty Building Number 3. Zephyr walks down the quiet hallway, awkwardly checking the signs on each door until she comes to one which reads, Professor Linus Elsing. It's painted on the glass of the office door. What kind of transitions would we have? We'd probably have a Z that would kind of rotate with Batman type music.
What? That sounds
Nobody,
lame.
nobody. Okay, well, was Zephyr music? Because we don't have Zephyr music yet.
Dark, kind of under. Dark. I think Dark Knight. That kind of music. Danny Elfman score.
Zephyr knocks on the glass window pane. Yeah, don't break your phone, smash. And nobody answers the door.
Hello?
Silence.
Okay. I'm just gonna focus on the door handle. I'm like, why don't you just open?
Are you going to try and open it with your psychic powers?
Yeah, I'm like, just open the door.
All right, make a psychic roll. Did you take your damage too? The 4 from when you got hit?
Yeah. I got 27 hit points.
Okay, and you take one more because you're doing this. Because you're doing a psychic power.
26. I got 15.
Is that with your modifier?
No. Oh, it's +3. I'm really good.
She focuses on the door handle and it starts to jiggle and wiggle a little bit, and then it flies right off and the door swings open.
Well, that was easy.
Zephyr enters the room, or should I say office. The room is cozy, with a wooden desk in the middle. There are signs, though, of a violent struggle having taken place in this room. There's a smashed table lamp lying on the floor. A desk chair lays unceremoniously on its side, and small dots of blood stain the carpet. Papers litter the floor.
I'm going to go over and read the papers. No, I'm going to follow the trail of blood.
Zephyr walks over to the desk and kneels down and just sees a few drops kind of on the side of the desk. Not as if somebody had like really bled out, but almost like you had a bloody nose or maybe like a bloody lip or something, and a few drops had come down.
Is this really blood?
Well, it looks like it.
Should I taste it?
You know what blood tastes like? I don't think you were playing a vampire unless you didn't tell me
Should
that.
I smell it? And be like, because it's got like a metallic smell.
It smells like iron.
Can I check?
Sure.
Smells like metal. It's definitely blood. Is it kind of brown or is it like kind of fresh?
It's kind of brown, as if it's a couple days old.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like stained and like sticky. Ew. Yuck. Just wipe that on the side.
Okay.
Okay. Let's clean that up. I'm gonna look around, look at these papers, see what they are.
The papers on the floor mostly appear to be homework assignments that the professor was grading. Make a perception check.
20 natural.
Zephyr looks at the answers on several of them and shakes her head judgingly. Some dumb students. One of the pages, though, is just covered in doodles of spirals and the letters AM.
I recognize these. But I need to find the bottom to this. I need to work out what is going on. So I'm gonna try to piece this together because no one is telling me answers. Is there a notepad on the table and a pen?
Yeah, how about you let me get to that point there?
Sorry.
No, that's good. That's good. She's like already detective it out. She's already like, it was the butler at 3:14 a.m. in the dining car.
Sorry.
Adventure's done. She's already Scooby-Dooed it. On top of the desk is a broken picture frame. In the picture, the picture is a picture of a middle-aged man who you assume is Professor Elsine and his wife and a golden retriever. His wife is not the golden retriever. Next to the picture frame is a large yellow legal pad, which has a pencil sitting nearby. The top of the pages of the pad have been ripped out. Several books lay next to the legal pad.
I'm gonna really focus on that pad and hope if I roll, it will show me something I'm missing. Perhaps.
Okay, you doing perception or?
Oh, yes, perception.
Okay.
What was that? 11? 14. I'm sorry, 12.
Looking at the pad, it looks like there's still some little indents from where someone else had written, but you can't really read it like that.
Yes, I can. Got an idea. I learned this. I remember. You get a piece of paper, you put it over. You get a pencil, you scrape it all over.
So you can do a pencil rubbing?
We don't call it that, but yeah. Transfer, pencil transfer.
A pencil transfer? I'm sorry.
Rubbing, a transfer.
Zephyr grabs the pencil and begins not rubbing, but transferring it along the legal pad, revealing the words Malfonso meeting 10:45.
Can I take the pad?
Yeah.
And the pen?
It's a pencil, but yeah.
Can I find a pen on the desk as well?
Make a luck roll.
God damn it. 2.
There are no pens. Apparently this guy liked using pencils.
Oh, what kind of person, what kind of human being is this? Oh, no. You can't sign legal documents with pencils.
I didn't know if we were even going to use luck. Luck was like something I added last second, and it's ended up being very useful stat-wise.
Okay, I'm just going to take the pencil and the pad, and I'm going to start writing this stuff down, because I'm trying to get to the bottom of this, so I'm going to keep it swift. Oh, I don't have anything. I don't have any pockets. Where am I going to put it? Okay.
You have pockets. You got jeans on if your character's got jeans.
But it's like I need a backpack. Can I look around the room? Is there a backpack in the room?
Your character could have a backpack. You said your character, when off stream, is like a student. She'd have a backpack.
Okay, cool. Can I just put it in my backpack?
Yep.
Cool. Got it. In it goes. And I'm like, what is it? Malfonso?
Yep, it said Malfonso meeting 10:45 a.m.
No day at all?
Nope.
How the hell am I going to find that out? All right.
Well, what are the clues you have so far?
Spirals and the letters, the initials, AC.
AM. Are you playing a different role-playing game than the rest of us are?
Yeah.
Thank you, Dap Dude. She's like smoking the wacky weed up there. I'm a college student. It's all good. It's legal in Michigan. Hey, it's legal here now, so.
She has head trauma, okay? Do not be mean.
Oh.
Yeah, put you in your place, sir, Mr. GM. AM. A spiral kind of pattern and Malfonso. Meeting. 1 p.m.
At 10:45 a.m.
Oh, she's late.
I think Zephyr pays attention to like half the things Zephyr hears.
Listen, she is having a hard time. You are not being very nice to her, GM.
My bad.
She will dust you with her skills.
Hey, King Horse. If at some point you wanted to look into like White Pages 2 or a phone book, like you can do that at any point or whatever.
Yeah, let's do that. I think to myself, I should look in the White Pages or phone book. That's a very good idea.
Okay, so she looks through over on one of the shelves of the professor. She sees an old phone book and takes it out and starts flipping through. What's she gonna look for?
Who uses phone books anymore?
He's an old professor.
Oh, let me get my phone book out. Malfonso.
You could look it up on your phone too.
No, it sounds more intense in the phone book.
You just keep complaining to complain then. You're like, who uses a phone book? Use a phone. No.
Roll for attitude. Oh, you got a 20.
Shut up. All right, so what is Zephyr gonna do?
She's gonna look through the phone book. I can't say it right. I'm really sorry. Malfonso.
You go when you find a lot of names, you find about 6 different Malfonso names.
Okay. He's got a phone on his desk, right? Because he's a professor, probably got a phone on his desk. I want to start going through these people names.
All right, the very first one is Alonzo Malfonso.
Okay. I pick up his phone and I start with the first one. Milano Alfonso.
Zephyr hits the touchtone buttons and calls Alonzo Malfonso, but nobody answers.
Oh, okay. Scrap that off. Next one is
Bernie Malfonso.
Bernie Malfonso.
Ring, ring. You get an answering machine. You hear a dog barking in the background. I'm not home right now, but leave a message. Oh no, my dog died.
That's really sad. Next one.
Charles Malfonso.
Okay.
You call and you get a busy signal, which is not something you hear much anymore. So it's like, oh, he's just got a landline apparently.
It's weird. Okay, no. Next one.
Daryl Malfonso. Hello.
Hi, this is the secretary of a very important professor.
Professor Plum?
Here, no.
Oh.
It says I've got a meeting with you at 10:40 a.m. Are you still ready?
You're not going to get my money. I'm not falling for this Nigerian scam again. Look, after the fifth time I fell for it, my wife's going to be mad.
Listen.
I know you're not you don't have a mind. You're not the king of Nigeria.
Can you still
No, you can't have my credit card number. Maybe no. Oh, my wife's going to yell at me. I got to go. And he hangs up.
Good job. Okay. Well, not that one. Next one.
Evelyn Malfonso. How many have we had so far?
1, 2, 3, 4, 4.
Okay.
This is the 5th. Okay.
The phone rings and a young man answers. Hello?
Hello there. I'm here just to check on an appointment with the professor at 10:40 a.m. Can you still attend the meeting?
What professor?
Dr. Elzen.
What? No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Professor
Elsing? He doesn't. The man on the phone has no idea what you're talking about.
I'm the worst receptionist ever. Bye.
You hang up and the man is more confused than he's probably ever been. Wrong number, I guess.
Okay, next one.
Zachary Malfonso. Oh, I assume that's your phone. You dialed the numbers.
Oh, I should just use my phone, shouldn't I?
Well, no, that's okay. Zachary answers. You can hear a football game in the background. Go Blue! Hey, what's up?
Hey, are you still okay for the meeting for Dr. Elzen on at 10:40 a.m.?
My doctor's Hubbard.
Sir.
My doctor's Hubbard. What?
Please
Goddamn Ohio State fans! Last time they pranked me! With that, the man rips his phone out of the wall and throws it through the window. But you don't know that. There's no way Zephyr would know that part. Foxy! No trashing NPCs, Foxy! So that's been the 6 Malfonsos?
Yeah.
And you got all your clues, and you've called the 6 Malfonsos.
I'm gonna look through the drawers on the desk.
You look through and you just find papers, little knickknacks, nothing very important.
I'm gonna check the photo frame.
Once again, you see the picture. What's behind the frame? There's nothing like behind the frame.
In the picture.
Written on the back is it's written Saugatuck Bay, 1983. So like that's when they had the picture taken.
I'm gonna write that down. I say to myself. Okay. Okay. There must be something in this room. Can I look around the room a bit more, see if there's something I missed?
Before you do that, make an intelligence check.
You said I'm dumb?
You can get help from chat if you want to. You don't have to, though.
13.
Zephyr feels like she's probably got all the information she needs. And I know it's a little tougher because, like, when you're on the spot in a stream, it's sometimes easy to miss something that maybe, like, other people have picked up, so...
I'm gonna cheat.
Or just look at your cheat sheets, or all your clues.
I've looked in one of the phone book. There was another phone book, right?
No, there's just one phone book.
Damn it. Oh, I don't know. God, what else is there? Just talking to myself, like, frustrated in the room.
So Zephyr thinks about it. What are the clues that she looked at?
The spirals on the piece of paper, the ACE AM written. Wait a sec. No. Wait a second. The AM would be the first name. Derp. It was under my nose the whole time. Okay, so I think it might be connected with the first person that I rang.
The one that didn't answer. A light goes off above her head. Alonzo Malfonzo.
Sounds like a really good pasta.
So if she's going to get around town, how would she get around town? Does she have, like, a bike? Does she, like, take a bus?
I got a bus ticket, because I'm eco-friendly.
866 Woodward Avenue. That's the apartment number, or that's the address number you see in the phone book. Alonzo Malfonzo, 866 Woodward Avenue, apartment 12B, Motor City, Michigan. We'll flash forward to there. She hops off the bus and walks up to the apartment complex, a large apartment building which dominates the neighborhood. The tan paint on its walls are peeling off. Across the street sits a car on blocks without any wheels. It's one of those large kind of like apartments where you have to get buzzed to go inside, you know, so...
Oh, yeah, and you're like, hi.
So, like, the front door is locked. She walks up to the door and tries it, and of course, it's locked.
Or is it?
It's locked.
What if I stare at it?
You want to try and psychically break it open? Hello, Star.
No, I'm just staring at it. I'm gonna stare, and then I'm gonna... Look under the... Is there a mat on the floor?
No, there's not a welcome mat, so...
Stone? Is there a stone around?
There's like a little stone, little kind of like steps you go up on to get to the door.
People normally hide keys in stones.
Yeah, but this is kind of like a big apartment building. You know, like when you're a big apartment building inside, you gotta press the button to let people in to open the front door.
Yes. Okay. I will call. So he's 866, right? So there's an...
866 Woodward Avenue is the address of the apartment building. His apartment is 12B.
12B?
Thanks,
so
Star.
I'm going to call 11B.
Okay, you're going to press on the 11B buzzer?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi, I've got a delivery for you. It's really special.
Is it in a paper bag? I mean, brown packaging. They promised no one would be able to see what it is. Let me...
It's
Well, go ahead.
It's super. Yes, yes.
You can't tell what it is, though, right?
No, I don't know what it is.
Oh,
I've
well,
tried to shake
excellent.
it.
No, it does that on its own. I got it. She buzzes to let you in.
Okay.
Are you gonna grab the
I'll,
door and open it, or are you gonna? If you wait too long, those things.
I'm going. I'm grabbing the door. I'm grabbing the door.
Zephyr opens the door and walks into the hallway apartment interior. She begins kind of wandering down the hallways until she eventually finds the door to apartment 12B.
I'll look around a bit.
The hallways are pretty quiet and empty right now.
And then I focus on the door handle again.
All right, you can use the point of your health to try and break it open.
Yeah.
Okay. Take off a hit point.
Oh, 25. Okay. I use it and I do it.
So make a
Okay.
psychic roll to see if it works or not.
17. Plus 3. 20.
The door handle goes shooting off, and then the door once again creaks open. Zephyr kind of looks around suspiciously and then steps into the apartment. It smells and looks like a bachelor's apartment. The main
What
room
is
is... Oh, go ahead.
What does a bachelor's apartment look and smell like?
Well, I'm going to tell you. It's going to
Oh.
stink. It stinks. The main room is half kitchen, half living room. Dirty clothes and pizza boxes litter the apartment. An old orange couch, ratty and torn, sits opposite an old CRT TV, which sits above an old VCR.
Oh, I'm like holding my nose. I'm like, oh. Stinks. Here's so much. I'm trying to look around the room, like trying to hold my breath, like I'm just kind of looking around because like the smell is so pungent. It just smells like rotten eggs mixed with moldy pizza mixed with a little bit of sweat and regret. That's a bachelor's pad for me.
All right, roll perception check.
I need to perception the sweat smell.
No. If you want to see more detail. Vintage regret. I've got my vintage regret, I tell you. Nothing. Those kids today, they don't know vintage regret.
It is 15.
You look around, you see some like used underwear half under the couch. You see some dirty utensils on the countertop.
Oh.
Under the VCR, you can see some copies of like Alien.
How old is this person?
VCR. Yep, he's got a VCR. You can even see a tape halfway in the VCR, so like it still gets used.
This is weird. Okay. Do I see anything else?
That's mostly it's not a very big apartment. There's a little hallway that leads to a bathroom and one that leads to a bedroom, but the bedroom just is empty.
I'm gonna look in all his cupboards.
You find a lot of ramen noodle containers, the paper plates, paper cups.
Paper forks.
Paper forks? You mean plastic forks?
Paper. Plastic is no.
Who has paper forks?
Everybody, Paul.
Well,
I
this
mean,
guy
yeah.
has plastic forks.
Oh, he's not environmentally friendly, clearly. Doesn't care about those animals. This just feels like a dead end.
Make a luck roll.
Oh boy. 14.
Is that after the modifier?
Mm-hmm.
The VCR tape doesn't say "do not play," but she notices that the on the tape that's halfway in the VCR, written in glitter, is the word "demo" on it. She kind of the light like catches her eyes as it comes through the blinds.
I use a utensil that doesn't look like it's been used. I like
Zephyr turns on the TV, does exactly what you said, pushes the VHS tape into the VCR. The mechanical whirls and grinds of the VCR fill the room. The old TV flickers to life with grainy video, revealing Alonzo, the mind reader, the man you saw at the MRI machine. He is wearing rolled-up blue jeans and a Devo t-shirt under a pink sports jacket. Upon his head is a sweatband that reads Superstar. He is also wearing matching wristbands that also say Superstars and have stars on them. He shoves his face right into the camera. This is our demo tape for Rock-afire and Roses, the best band ever. This is our new original song, Take Me Out. Are you ready to soft rock?
Oh my God.
Alfonso begins to jump up and down. Give it up for Ernie on the guitar. The camera pans back, where it's revealing Ernie, the man you also saw from the MRI theft, the guy who jumped into the helicopter. He too is wearing a headband and wristbands that read Superstar. Ernie begins to lay down a funky 80s inspired beat on his guitar. Take me out, take me out, we're taking me out. I don't know what to say. We're taking me out. Take me out all the way, all the way. Ernie lays heavy into the guitar with a guitar solo. And then Mind Reader begins singing again. Take me out! Take me out! Zephyr begins to reach for the volume knob to stop the pain. When in the video, the phone rings. Mind Reader stops singing and angrily picks up the phones. I told you never to call during rehearsals. Who is this? No, it's at the warehouse on Michigan Avenue, 1400. He's awake? Oh, definitely bring him there. We're on our way. Yes. I'm stealing this from Dragon Dance. The part where he was singing, you could hear some neighborhood dogs howl, and they're still howling over this part. After that, the videotape turns to static.
Am I still having like brain damage from everything? Is this just all like a terrible delusion?
Well, but you can rewind it and you can watch the whole thing over again.
Yeah, I want to just rewind it back on the last bit that he said.
Oh, that's like in TV where they like perfectly rewind it. With VCRs, it was a pain, but whenever in TV they would do it, it's like perfectly rewound.
Yeah.
Who's this? Pause. No, it's at the warehouse on Michigan Avenue, 1400. He's awake? Definitely bring him there.
I pause it.
Michigan Avenue, 1400. Michigan Avenue, 1400.
Carry on.
Michigan Avenue, 1400.
Keep going.
It's at the warehouse on Michigan Avenue, 1400.
Again. I don't need that again. I'm just kidding. All right. I've got an address.
Zoom in hands, indeed.
I got an address. I'm going to head there.
All right, it's starting to get late. Zephyr hops on one of the last evening buses and starts to head towards the warehouse district. As Zephyr gets closer and closer to her destination, the surrounding city gets quieter and quieter. The warehouse district along the river. The warehouses that stand here are a testament to better times, when Motor City was a city of tomorrow instead of yesterday. Row after row of warehouses go on for city block after city block, all in various stages of ruin, long abandoned except for rats and the occasional drug-addled transient. Zephyr gets off the bus and cautiously makes her way through the district until she discovers the warehouse that she was looking for. It's easy to find in the dark of night, as it is the only warehouse with any lights on in the whole district. Many of its windows are cracked, and its walls are covered and chipped with faded, peeling paint.
I want to look behind me. Make sure there's no one following me.
Make a perception check. We're not going to rewind the video. You can do that when it's on YouTube.
19. 22.
Zephyr looks around, scans at the area, and is positive that nobody has been following her, that she is all alone out here outside of the warehouse.
She's got a hoodie on and puts the hood up. Stealth 100.
She does that, and you can see, like, if you had a wide shot, it'd be her standing, warehouses everywhere, but standing outside of, like, a particular warehouse that is broken down with, like, cracked windows, but light coming out of it.
Like noir, when she does it, there's, like, a slow shot, like they have in action films. She pops it. Dramatic. Do we have theme music for her?
Not right now.
Can you play? Can we get some theme music in the chat, please? Thank you.
Yeah. I gotta be careful what I'm gonna play, though, because I want to put this on YouTube, and YouTube, claims, like, everything. That's why we don't have any music. Otherwise, I'd have, like, Batman music like I did in the intro, so...
If anyone wants to make a theme tune for her, please do.
You could ask Mind Reader, too. He's pretty good, I hear.
Anybody else except him, please. If anyone feels
All right,
musically
so
talented.
What does Zephyr wish to do?
She's gonna go through the building.
Okay, is she gonna what is she gonna do in that regard?
She's gonna like slowly walk over, but like kind of crouch down a bit. She wants to try to be as quiet as she possibly can. But then like she goes around a corner and then there's like a cat. She's like, oh, like scared. It's like this little cat that's just like looking at her, and they both look at each other, and she's like pats it and carries on walking. And she gets a bit closer to the warehouse, and she looks for any entrances that might be the easiest way to get in.
She can see that there's a front door. There are probably side doors or a back door. There's certainly windows around, too, that you can see light coming out of.
Always the back door. Let's do it. Nope, 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 nope.
All right, she goes to the back door, and...
she tries to open it.
Make a luck roll.
9.
It's locked. She tries to jiggle the handle, and it is definitely locked.
You stupid door! And then she kicks it.
She does see a window, like, right next to it.
I was going to kick it out of frustration.
Okay, make a strength check.
11.
With your bonus?
My bonus is 0.
Oh, okay. So, like, the door is all kind of ratty and worn out, and she kicks it and just kind of, like, swings to the side, and one of the hinges breaks, opening the door, revealing the interior of the warehouse. The warehouse is massive and decrepit. The roof is full of holes, and rats scurry in the corner of the building. Broken crates litter the floor. Zephyr starts to sneak in, and the center of the warehouse is a platform made of wood. Resting on top of the platform is the MRI machine from the hospital. It's connected to a large computer panel full of buttons and levers. A man, Professor Elsing, because Zephyr recognizes him from the picture, is bent down beneath the computer console working. His glasses are broken and his face is bruised. The mind reader, dressed in his gaudy pink suit with green spirals, sits down in a broken recliner which rests on the platform. Ernie stands near the professor watching over his work. Half a dozen henchmen wander the area on guard.
It all starts to make sense to me. Like, that's the professor, that's the...
So right now, Zephyr would be like, she just came in a little bit and she saw it. All of this would still be, it's a pretty big warehouse. You know, it'd be, I don't know, like 30 feet away at least.
Is there lights above them?
Yeah.
I have this urge to focus on the lights above them. Above the henchmen, above everybody except the doctor.
All right, as you're about to do that, you can see the mind reader relaxing in his recliner. He looks towards the computer console that is connected to the MRI machine. Professor Elsing works feverishly at the controls as one of the mind reader's henchmen look over his shoulder. "Flip the switch," says the mind reader. The professor, beaten and worn, looks scared. "It needs more tests. I can't guarantee it'll work." "Are you finished with the work?" "Yes, but..." "Flip the switch!" The professor stands up at the large computer console, at its buttons, at its levers. He grabs the largest lever and pushes it forward. The mind-reading machine begins to rattle and shake violently. Clank, clank, clank! Electric sharks Electric sharks shoot out of it. Electric sparks. Sharks
We
would
have
have been cooler.
sharks.
Maybe eventually you'll find an electric shark man. It comes back to the charcuterie we were talking about pre-stream about cheeseboards.
Charcuterie pool.
Electric sparks, not cheeseboards, shoot wildly out of it. A bolt of electricity shoots out of the machine and into the professor, blasting a hole into and through his chest. Ernie looks horrified as he sees it happens. At that same moment, as the machine clanks, Zephyr feels an excruciating pain in her skull. She drops to her knees as she grips her head. Voices. She hears so many voices at once. I hope Dad doesn't find out I'm smoking weed. I smell weed. Stupid teacher, nobody uses fractions. She's 3/4 bitch. The voices talk over each other and get louder and louder. Especially that guy who's mad about Ohio State. He gets really loud, as though Zephyr can hear the whole of Motor City's thoughts at one time in a giant cacophonous blur. The mind reader begins to laugh maniacally. An arc, a purple light that only Zephyr can see shoots out of the MRI/mind reading machine and into the mind reader. It surrounds him in a purple aura. He instantly begins laughing. His mouth hangs open as his eyes roll back into his head, and he begins to float off the ground.
My head really hurts.
Then
I need those aspirin.
See, the doctor told you. But so right now, Zephyr can hear like all these voices overwhelmingly at once, and she can't do anything.
She starts like screaming, like "Shut up!" And she starts focusing on that machine. She wants it to turn off because it hurts so much. She just it's like so angry and wants it to turn off.
When she thinks that, the mind reader, who's floating up above his recliner, held up by the purple like beam that's going from the machine to him, looks over at Zephyr. Even though his eyes are rolled back in his head, they glow purple. I know! You will not destroy my machine!
I don't know who you are, but like this
mind reader! How do you not know? Everyone knows.
I don't care who you are. It just really hurts.
All right, is she gonna do something?
Yeah, she's gonna focus on him and get really angry. She's like, "You need to shut up, you stupid sparkly outfit, your stupid face."
It's not stupid.
I don't.
All right,
I don't
so
want you to talk.
you have two choices. Since she's overwhelmed by these voices, she can either try and do a Constitution check to overwhelm it, or she can try to do a psychic power check to block the voices out. The power check will be easier, but then you have to use, a hit point using your superpower.
Can I do the first one?
The Constitution check?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
13.
And what's your Constitution modifier?
No.
Zephyr falls to the ground. The voices get louder and louder. I know what you're trying to do! And the hands of the mind reader begin to glow purple like he is charging something in his hands. What's she going to do?
She's going to focus at him now and get even angrier and use one of her hit points by using her psychic abilities, because she's just getting so overwhelmed by it and she just feels this absolute furious rage in her.
Okay, then take off a hit point because you're going to try and use the psychic power. And this is just to try and get control over things. This isn't to do an attack. This is just to try and block the voices out.
Yeah.
All right, then make a psychic roll.
20, boy.
I was going to have her make a psychic roll each turn, but that's such a good critical hit that she's kind of, even though she can't control a lot of her powers, she's figured out how to just totally block that out. I don't know, maybe growing up she had to block people out. She's like, I know how to do this. And she like blocks all the voices out, and she can also do something else right now if she wants to.
She wants to focus on him, and she just imagines like squeezing him, like trying to get that, like, when you're trying to get that last bit of toothpaste out, you're squeezing up.
What are your powers?
A psychic blast and fists. I'm gonna go for the psychic blast.
Okay. But that can be that can be what she visions, but that's the take it. So you're gonna attack the mind reader?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's the mind reader, there's Ernie, and then there's 6 henchmen. And so feel free to do an attack roll.
18.
That's a hit.
Okay, and then I need to do my psychic blast roll, right?
Yep, for your damage.
Let me just get my 8. That's my 8. Okay, got it. 4.
And then you get to add a bonus to it, right?
That was the bonus.
Oh, so you rolled a 1?
Yeah.
Because, what's his name? Mind Reader is floating in the air. You hit him on the side and you hit his arm. He's like, oh, and he starts spinning kind of in a half circle. Ernie and the henchmen run over to attack Zephyr. But since they have to run that far, their whole move is running over to her. So it's her turn again.
No, you don't. And I focus on the glass lights above the henchman and above the Ernie. And I want to do it. Do I take off another point for the psychic blast that I previously did?
Yeah. Anytime you use the psychic power.
Okay.
How many hit points do you have, just out of curiosities?
24.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to focus on that above them.
So you just want to drop glass on them?
I want to shatter them with glass.
Okay.
I want to go in their eyes, their faces, their fingers.
Won't it land on her too?
She's too cool.
I don't... Okay. If she succeeds, she'll have to make a dexterity check so it doesn't hit her too.
But she's far away from them because you said they're quite far away from her.
Okay, yeah, as they're running. Okay, cool. Yeah,
they're not
cool.
like right next to her. They're like a little bit away.
Okay, so you're going to try and make a kind of homemade area of attack.
Yes.
Okay.
Death by glass. It's better than bricks. There's a roll.
What is your roll?
It's a roll. This is 7.
And you're going to add 3, right? Or did you already add your 3?
I haven't added my 3 yet.
So what's it,
But
10
it's
overall?
10. Yeah.
It's a stationary target. Like, it should be easy to hit lights. So, like, that's the bare minimum that would probably be acceptable there.
Okay.
You hit the lights and the glass comes down and it pours on all of them. So roll a 4-sided die. It's not going to do a lot of damage, but the glass does come down and land on them. And they're like, but they keep charging at you. But all of the henchmen and Ernie are going to get hit from that.
Yeah.
So they're all going to, whatever damage it is, they're not going to be dead, but they'll all take that damage. So just roll a 4-sided die.
What, this one?
It's like a pyramid.
Oh. The small little one. Okay. 4.
That's like the most you could roll. It's in all of our eyes.
Excellent. And it like cuts through their eyeballs and they're like bleeding out. It's
Well,
like
they're not
stuck.
They're not bleeding.
Like shards.
None of them are.
Shut in their eyes. They're like, oh no, my eyes.
They're probably shards of glass that are in them.
They looked up. They're like, what's that? And then like stick in their eyeballs and pop them.
So you're gonna get a bunch of attacks now. The mind reader, he recovers himself. That's his turn because you had him spinning around. So they're gonna be Ernie's gonna attack you first of all.
Okay.
He missed. You said 12, right?
Yes.
Okay, and so now there's 6 other attacks for the other henchmen. 1, he totally missed. He fell down. Maybe he did have glass in his eyes. He hit.
They all have glass now.
3 of them hit. So let's see how much damage that is. 2, 4. You take 7 damage because 3 of them just start whomping on her.
Excuse me?
Whomping. You don't hitting. Punching.
Punching. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
That would make it Zephyr's turn. So
She's gonna...
Ernie and the henchmen are all up there. Well, the henchmen are all punching at her. Ernie took a swipe too, but he missed horribly.
Can I focus on all of them, or do I have to do one at a time?
You would have to focus on one at a time because you don't have an area of attack one.
Okay.
Unless you wanted to... I guess technically the lights right above you would be okay. You could try that, but then you'd have to make a dexterity roll to make sure you don't get hit too.
I'm doing that.
Okay.
Okay, let's do this. 13. Plus my psychic ability, right?
Yeah, but that's okay. We had 10 before, so that's a hit either way. So you shoot. Remember to take a hit point off, though, because you used another power.
Yep.
So what are you at?
16.
You shoot straight up, and you hit the glass, and it just comes raining down. Roll 4-sided die.
4. Take that glass in your face. What'd you have for breakfast? Glass.
God. 3 of them fall to the ground. I guess some of them could be, like you said, have it in their eyes, just gross and out of their eye. Just you made this way grosser than I was expecting.
Such a mess. Oh no.
It's just everywhere. You hit all of them except for obviously you didn't hit the mind reader because he's farther away. Ernie, he's gonna take his turn to run away. He's just gonna run away. He's gonna run out of the building and just disappear.
I'm gonna leave him. He can go tell people he can go do his thing.
The other 3 henchmen are all gonna attack. They all suck apparently, and now the mind reader, his hands are once again, like got purple glow, and he's gonna try and shoot a psychic blast right at Zephyr. And he hit her for 6 points of damage.
Oh no. I really need to go for him. I'm gonna go for him. Is there any more glass left? Can I use my ability to pick up the glass and throw it at them again?
You could try, but not the guys that are right around you. No.
Okay.
So you have right now there are 3 henchmen who are bleeding because they have all this glass in them that are right next to Zephyr, and then like in the center of the warehouse, floating up in the air with the purple light beam coming from him to the mind reading machine is the Zephyr, not the Zephyr dude, you're Zephyr, is mind reader.
I'm gonna go for him.
Okay.
With a psychic blast.
All right. So how many hit points do you have right now?
11.
And you got to use one of your for that.
Okay.
So you're down to 10.
Mhm. And then a roll for a psychic blast.
Yep. And remember, you get to add whatever your psychic modifier is to the attack roll.
17.
That's
20
a hit.
altogether.
That's a hit.
And then I'm gonna use my 1d8. Right.
Yep. And then you add your psychic modifier to that too.
Sorry, I've lost my dice.
It's okay.
One sec. Let me think. It's also invigorating. Oh, 8, 9, 10, 11.
You hit him in the head and he spins flying backwards and he collapses in a heap on the ground.
Get wrecked.
2 of the henchmen see that.
Oh, wait, I haven't done my line.
Oh, okay.
I guess you didn't mind read that.
2 of the henchmen see that and run away. One of them takes a swing at Zephyr and hits for 3 points.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Can I run away?
That'd be kind of like an area of attack one, though. They get a free attack.
Okay.
You can
Go
use a
for it.
psychic one, or you can try and punch, either or.
I'm going to use psychic on the glass that's on the floor to pick up and slash their faces again.
Well, that's going to do less damage than if you did like a psychic blast.
But I can do all at the same time.
There's only one guy left. The
Oh,
others-
is there?
Yeah, because the other
All
2
right.
ran off when they saw you wreck the mind reader, and Ernie ran off earlier. So there's one lone henchman that's still fighting.
I'm gonna do a psychic punch.
Okay,
Oh wait, I don't have a psychic punch. I'm gonna do punch.
Okay.
I'm gonna punch him in his face. No, I'm gonna pick up the glass, put it in my hand, and punch him with it.
Oh, God. Okay.
Like a knuckle duster, but like
Aren't you going to cut your own hand, too?
yeah, but
Make
that's
a
the
luck
risk I'm
roll
willing-
to see if you cut your own hand.
Okay.
This luck stat is going to stay. I didn't know if we were going to keep it or not, but...
I got a natural 20.
All right, you're able to pick up the glass and punch him with it. So
I make a knuckle duster out of it. So I got like little shards coming out of the heat.
so you're just like whoop, boom.
Yeah, like that. Like,
It's Ghetto Wolverine.
And I say, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. And I keep.
All right, make an attack roll. If you hit, you can add a +2 to it. And the eye stab to don't encourage.
I got a 6 altogether.
It was so cool picking it up that you swing and you miss. How many hit points does she have left?
8.
Okay, so the henchman swings at her, and he misses royally too. Maybe he was scared of the glass swinging at him. He's like, ugh.
Oh no!
It's all hurt.
So I get one more piece of glass, and I want to go for his throat now.
Okay. Well, you can keep the glass you already had, so you don't have to make another
Okay, got my
luck
glass
roll.
that I've already got, and like my face kind of like starts to go a weird color, like glowy. Is that alright?
Yeah, as long as you're not using
Like,
a power,
well-
like that stuff's okay.
It's a full-on rage mode, like her shaking, and like the things on her arms started to kind of light up a little bit, the scars, and she's like just kind of in this full fury, and then like goes again to do the. But she this time does it with a psychic blast. Well, psychically punches with the glass, if that makes sense. Like
You could do a psychic blast up close if you want to, or you could do a punch.
Does that make sense? Yeah, like the hands like psychically fucking glows.
Okay, is it just glowing, or is it going to be an actual blast?
It's going to be an actual blast.
Okay,
with
so
glass.
don't forget to take away a hit point, though, because you're using your power. So what are you down to now? 5, 4?
7.
Oh, okay. So make your attack.
19.
All right, what happens to the last henchman?
Through his throat, and she just keeps doing it, and like it comes in and out like a what's really easy to like stab in and out like continuously. She just doesn't stop, and like this pool of blood just like goes around all of her, and she just keeps going in this rage, and then her eyes kind of like because they've been glowing, they all kind of stop suddenly, and she's like kind of lets out a sigh of relief, but at the same time she just kind of comes to. And then she's in full shock, and she's got blood everywhere. And she's like absolute horror that she's just done that.
Well, the scene is one of carnage now. There's glass everywhere. There's blood. There's like 4 dead henchmen. There's a dead professor. The mind reader lays lifeless on the ground. What's Zephyr going to do?
She looks over and she sees a can of gasoline. And she puts pouring it over the bodies and the whole scene.
Make a luck roll to see if you find some gasoline, first of all.
14.
She does not find any gasoline, but what she does notice is she starts to hear some cop sirens in the distance.
Can I say that she accidentally cut herself a little bit with the glass?
Yeah, totally. She's going to be beat up after all that anyway.
Yeah, so her hands are a little bit so she, like, out of stress, she just goes out the same door that she came in and just leaves it or just runs.
Zephyr runs off into the night. You can see her kind of run through the warehouse district. As she does, the camera kind of zooms out into the night sky and then disappears. We fade into a close-up shot of a television showing a local network feed. Newsflash! The local reruns of Jerry Springer are interrupted by a news bulletin. Anchorman Tim Schofield sits at the Action 8 news desk. Explosions and mayhem in the warehouse district tonight. Tucker Hospital's missing MRI machine has been found. It's theft, the apparent result of gang violence. The alleged perpetrators have been arrested. Rumors abound of a local vigilante, though the police deny those rumors. Tune in for more at 11, including my hard-hitting expose on booty shorts and why one small town wants to ban them. We zoom out of the news report to see a man watching on television. A well-dressed man, a lone man who sits at a large desk in a luxurious office high above Motor City. Nonchalantly, the man grabs his remote control, turns off the television. He then snuffs out his large cigar in a nearby ashtray as a small frown creeps onto his face.
Does
The
he have a
end.
frown? The end.
Yep.
What? I want more. I want
That's
to
it.
find out.
That's the end. I want to thank everybody who's watched. Thank you so much, especially people who commented. It's nice to have people, when you comment during it, it helps bring a lot of energy to it. And Lauren did a great job. I had fun. I hope she had a good time, too.
Thank you everyone for coming by and checking this out. We hope you enjoyed it. We really want to do this again. We'd love to see what you guys think because this has been really fun, and
Thank you, Blaze, too.
I love the universe that Paul's made for this. So
I didn't think things were going to get so brutal as they did, which it isn't a bad thing at all. It isn't a bad thing at all.
Yeah. So if you guys want to see more of this, please, do say, because this is really fun, and I want to do more of this.
A hero with name with glass in it, so she can pick that hero up or a bad guy. Oh, I was thinking of a bad guy with glass in it, so she could pick up the bad guy and hit people with it. When I accidentally said electrical sharks, I was like, oh man, I should have thought of that earlier. Instead of the fact I just can't read.
In Austin Powers, look at my sharks with lasers, and he opens the thing, should be sharks with electric.
They might all fry themselves though. Cheese board girl, true. Shooties.
Charcuterie.
Well, that's going to be it for us today. Thanks so much for hanging out. I hope you guys all have a great weekend. And yeah, thank you. It was fun to try. And thanks, Lauren, for being a part of it.
Thanks.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.